Boyd Rankin opened up his LV County Championship season with a career-best 6-wicket haul as his Warwickshire side perhaps just about shaded the opening day of the 4-day match at Edgbaston, where Hampshire are the visitors. Varun Chopra won the toss and decided to have a bowl first, but things did not really go according to plan as a new-look opening partnership for Hampshire began rather well. With Michael Carberry dropping to number 3, it was Liam Dawson who opened up with his captain Jimmy Adams, and these two matched all that was thrown at them by what is widely regarded as one of the best attacks in the championship, even without the injured Chris Woakes. Yet the closest they came to getting a wicket in the first session was when Adams could have been run out backing up. Although Ricky Clark and those behind the stumps could hardly believe it when Dawson survived a huge appeal for caught behind. Other than that, it was pretty much plain sailing for Hampshire, who opened up their campaign last week with a home defeat to Sussex. Warwickshire, runners-up last season, are again very well fancied to do well this time out, and they may have been surprised as to just how well Adams and Dawson played in batting through the morning session, in putting 89 largely untroubled runs onto the board. Adams going to the break on 45 with his partner on 34. That break, however, did Dawson no favours, as in the third over after the restart, he was bang in front to Chris Wright, although the reaction for the batsman suggests that he may have hit the ball. Adams put that behind him to reach a half-century off 116 balls. This fortunate boundary, his 9th, also bringing up the 100 for his team. The Hampshire skipper could hardly have asked for a better start to the day, and indeed the match. Keith Barker was the unlucky bowler there, and he had the better too of Newman Carberry for a while. Rankin had been given 4 overs in the morning and now returned to succeed with the 5th ball of his new spell. Clark with the excellent low catch to have Adams on his way for 53. James Vince has made a quiet start to this season. He was on 8 when he gave Rankin his 2nd wicket. The big Irishman just started to cause problems. Having worked hard in getting in, Carberry began to enjoy himself if Rankin either overpitched or dropped the ball in too short. There are a few better players of the short ball than the Hampshire man, as this pull shot proves. Carberry averages more than 50 against this opposition in his career. And he was looking good again for his 42 runs on this occasion when he was undone by an in-swinging Yorker from Wright to leave with Hampshire on 169 for 4. That soon became 178 for 5 when Rankin completely deceived Will Smith with a slower ball that the batsman clearly didn't pick up as he was bowled for 12. Jitan Patel is once again back at Edgbaston, but Adam Wheater tried to go after him with this effortless flick for 6. But the home side kept plugging away, and it was 4 for Rankin when Sean Irvine, before he'd scored, edged to Clark for his 2nd catch of the day. His 3rd soon followed as Rankin collected a 5-fer for the 7th time in his first-class career. Gareth Berg the man to go with a total on 206 for 7. So at this point Warwickshire were well on top, but they were then held up by Danny Briggs and Wheater, who were to frustrate the home attack with a 3-figure partnership which once again restored parity. While Briggs initially bedded in, Wheater played some stunning shots off both pace and spin. It was an excellent counter from the former Essex man. He was rewarded with a 50, which arrived when he dragged a short ball from Rankin to the mid-wicket boundary to bring him his 5th 4 to go with his 1 maximum. He'd required only 60 deliveries to get to this point and was holding up the home bowlers with skill. The surprise element, perhaps, was the efforts with the bat of Briggs. By no means a mug with the bat, the 23-year-old has only 150 to his name in the first-class arena, the 54 he made in Bristol a couple of years ago. His performance here defied such a stat. At the other end, Wheater continued to show off the strength of his forearms, which may just about resemble Popeye's. He and Briggs carried the total into the 300s. But having got to 74, Wheater followed a ball across him from Barker and edged to Chopra. In came Andre Adams, and his first ball as a Hampshire player was clubbed into the distance. Nottinghamshire fans would have expected nothing less. Nor would they have been surprised that he was out next ball, although it took a blinding catch from Chopra to remove him. The ball flew like a bullet to the slip fielder. Rankin then denied Briggs a 2nd 50 by trapping him in front on 48, as the bowler finished with the very impressive figures of 6 for 75 the very best of his career. Hampshire were all out for 319, and that left the Bears with 4 overs to negotiate, something Chopra and Ian Westwood did with no drama. They will be back on the second morning with Warwickshire on 14 without loss, trailing therefore by 305.